It's Friday, September 18th. I wasn't going to shoot a video tonight. I'm focused on another video, but I just had to do this today of some events that's taken place in the news. I'm about as furious as I've ever been. What I learned today, and I need to clear up a couple of things too, because there's a lot of fake shit going on around the internet about certain things. I don't want. Be very careful that you don't get caught up in these things, because they really try to ruin the credibility of truth seekers. So when you see something, your first reaction is run with it, but don't really research it, because it's just they're trying so hard to discredit us. So be careful. There's a couple channels, I won't say who it is, but this person they got her on this one, so she's gonna have to backpedal it. But it's okay, because we're all gonna screw up. But some of the stuff that she reported on was true, and some of you may listen to her, but I won't mention who it is. Anyway, because God bless her, she is really blowing out some good stuff. What did happen is enough to make you so fucking. Look, I'm gonna drop some pejoratives tonight that are gonna be. Sorry, I have no other way out to express how I'm feeling inside over this, and it should express the same to you today. And this is Mail Online, and I'm gonna tell you something. Be careful of these news websites. They will trash your computer. There's so much crap and tracking in these things. Whenever you're done doing your little research and you've gone to these news sites, you need to get into your browser, clean it out immediately, and then go in and get all the tracking shit out, because they're the worst. Okay, what is really going on? I'm going to read the headline. Donald Trump hails down of a dawn of new Middle East as leaders of Israel, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain sign peace deal at the White House, and say he believes Saudi Arabia will also recognize Israel. Now, if you know anything about biblical prophecy, you will know that the Antichrist will sign a 7-year peace treaty with Israel and the Arab nations. Trump has said since before he even got in the White House, that's a deal I want to structure. That's really he said it. That's the thing he wanted to do more than anything else. That's the deal of all deals for him. Well, who does that tell you he is? Why would anybody have the aspiration to do this if you know what that means? If you're the administrator of this peace deal, you know what that makes you, and yet he says, going way back, that's the deal I really want to make. So in Daniel, I think it's Daniel 7, and I have it pulled up, so we'll go there. I'm looking across my browsers. Let me hang on here. Daniel 9:27, I believe it is. So today, or in the last couple of days, September 18th, no, today. Now, how about this shit? And that's not all of it. So he is now administrating the peace deal between Israel and the Arab nations. Guys, do you know who he is? And let me tell you something else that's coming soon. It also says that the Antichrist will, in a way to mock the death of Jesus, be wounded in the head, and he will pass and then come back after 3 days, as Christ did. And that is in Revelation 13:3. We'll read it in a minute. Now, the video that's going around about the Simpsons predicting it, I don't know the validity of it. All that they're saying is that the Simpsons claim we never aired that episode. Well, they didn't say they never created it, or it was never a show. They just said they never aired it. So there's some controversy there, but don't get caught up in it, because that's not what's really important here. Okay? What's important is this, is that he signed this peace treaty, or this peace deal. Oh shit. Oh shit, guys. He signed it. I don't know the date on it. I don't know. Oh shit. Man, I knew it was a reason. Okay, guys, we're going to run down this thing real quick here. Like I said, I had to do this tonight. So let's just take a little. And it's gonna go slow, and I apologize. It's just, oh, okay. So here he is with the other leaders. Netanyahu. Now the ties are very significant. Netanyahu's got the blue one today, and he's got the black stripe with the white, the red. Okay. Oh shit. Oh my God, quite proud of. Oh, I'm gonna show. There's an image coming up that's gonna make you even more mad. It infuriated me today. Two things. Okay, here he is. Oh my God. Look at the look on his face. Look at the menorah on his. You fucking imposter. You're an imposter. All of you are just look how short he is. So typical, isn't it? Here they are in the White House. The Abraham Accords Declaration. We, the underside, recognize the importance of maintaining and strengthening peace in the Middle East. It's called the Abraham Accords Declaration. Oh my God. And there we go. Oh my, I'm sorry guys, I'm a little speechless right here. The version between Israel and Bahrain. Son of okay, and that's going to lead us to this image right here. Now, if there is one that's going to make you sick, it's this right here. Look what he just did. Oh man, I'm sorry, I dropped my mouse. Hang on, bear with me. It is going at a snail's little crawl right here. Okay, Donald Trump gives a golden key to Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu at the Oval Office ahead of the signing ceremony. He gave I'm going to pop back in the picture, I got to. He gave Netanyahu the key to the White House. Do you know what what the symbology is there? Just that. He handed over the keys to our country to them. Look at him holding the key. Do you know the significance of a key? By the way, when you open a door, you put the key in, you turn it upside down to get in. I'm going to get into that in the host body system, the upside down thing. He gave him the key, guys. That's the key. That is the proverbial key. Person over here episode showing in a date and so forth on this. Again, they're claiming it to be false, but they're not saying other than they just didn't air it. So I'm not going to get into it too much. But, however, there's some dates running across it as they showed it. So they were showing it in a newscast, and there was a header below it giving some dates. So what I'm saying is, they may claim this to be a fraud. It didn't really happen, but the fact that they're showing it, it did happen. Now, if it didn't, maybe they didn't air it in the episode because that would just be a little over the line right now. So they showed it as a fraud so that you would actually see it, but say it never happened, and then give the dates and so forth in the newscast on it. You get where I'm getting at here? This is intentional. It's intentional to try to make us look like we're idiots and we're, so forth. But it also was their way of getting it out without putting it out. You get it? This is no accident right here. Let me tell you. But I'm not going to go any more into that. Okay. Close out one more. We'll go through our little news tonight. Another one here talking about, see what I mean? Ridiculous. So let's just close this guy out here. Maybe we'll move a little faster in a minute. Here again is this thing here, signing the peace deal. This is in another Washington Post today. And there was some remarks made by Trump saying that he is now the king of Israel. Trump is saying that he is now, they're calling him the king of Israel. Prime Minister Netanyahu, thank you, Mr. President, if I said, and it's true, that you had the key to the heart of the people of Israel because of all the great things you've done for the Jewish state, the Jewish people, so thank you. Thank you very much. Fantastic. And we look forward to being outside. Man, oh man. So there's his quote. I am not going to read any more into it other than we'll look at Revelation 13. We'll look at the chopped up NIV version. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. So, when that happens, if that was to happen to said you-know-who, there is no more confirmation you can have than that. The fact that this guy lives on the 33rd floor of his building at 666 Park Avenue. I mean, oh man. Okay, here's your Revelation 13. And this. I heard about this today. Did you know that he gave $717 billion to Israel in aid, on top of the $3.8 billion annually to them? Did you know they get I'll pop back in. Where am I? Still here? Ah, here I am. $3.8 billion to them. I'm going to share just some personal stuff with you. I don't care who's watching this. I work construction. I was once a very prominent hotel manager guy. Family were developers. We got crushed in the real estate thing that happened way back when. Lost a lot. I continued in the hotel business, but I lost my heart in it. I didn't want to do it anymore because they were all owned by Indians and franchises, and I just had enough of it. So I went back into construction, and I enjoyed doing it, and I worked for modeling homes, and I get joy, I get a sense of pride out of it. Okay, and it's some income. But today, I busted my ass at work today. I went through probably 4 or 5 t-shirts, caked in sweat, putting up hurricane shutters for homes because we have all these hurricanes going on, and I probably earned a little under $300 today. And because that's a good income. That doesn't happen every day. And it sucks right now trying to make a living. My hands are black from all the construction and heat of today, and they'll remain that way for 5 days. And I have to go back tomorrow. But I'm struggling to make it. I mean, mortgages, rents, insurance, cars, food is unbelievably expensive. And we are suffering as a nation, and we're paying taxes and interest, and people are drowning in debt. It is destroying marriages and families, and children can't get, parents feel horrible. The husbands feel like dirt because they can't support their families. I was at Dollar General on the way to the construction site this morning because I needed paper towels. And so I was shooting her real quick. It's like you can pull her up to the front door. I go to Publix, I got to walk a country mile. So I was in the checkout line. There was a woman in front of me. She, trying to, make herself, but you can tell she was embarrassed that she's buying her stuff at the Dollar General. Everyone is. It's in the store. Well, not everyone. Most. Never mind. Anyway, she was very, very nice. She had out a purse, and I thought, wow, that's nice. But you realize after a few moments, it was kind of a knockoff, and you kind of figured it was because you wouldn't be spending $1,000 for a purse when you're buying your groceries with your EBT food card. And she didn't have enough money, and she had to get some change. And I was watching her and her children, and I literally almost started crying. I was shaking. It hurt me so bad to see the woman trying to have some pride in the type of purse that she was carrying, but yet she was paying for her groceries with an EBT card. And not much. And I could tell by the type of car she got into, her status, where she is, and that ripped me fucking apart. She probably works her ass off like everybody else. And then I read this horse shit that you're giving these fucking people $3.8 billion of our money. People can't even get their unemployment benefits right now. Disney laid off 1,500, furloughed 1,500 workers today, I read. 5,000, more than 5,000 at Universal Studios. How are they making it? They're all being subsidized. The airlines being subsidized. All the corporations with their handouts down here at NASA. I mean, it's disgusting what's going on. And to look and to read horse shit like this. 550 million for fucking what? More jets that we don't for fake wars? I just... This did it for me today, guys. This really did it for me today. I'm sickened by everything. I'm sickened by who it's going to. The same people who run all the media, that run Hollywood, that produce all the pornography, all the nasty smut and shit in the world. We're suffering. And I'm going to show you a couple of images of something that I got to do. I'm going to move on. There's another image I wanted to show everyone so you don't get caught up in some of the fake shit that's going on. And I grabbed a bunch of images real quick off the internet today. Excuse me, I didn't put them in folders. They were kind of scattered. But I want you to bear with me for a second. And I'm going to pull up my little photo out there. This image here is going around the internet, and it's showing that this thing that took place in 2017 with Trump and the king of Saudi Arabia and this character. And they're saying that the Simpsons predicted it back in 2002. Well, I believe that's not true. It was a way to, make us look bad. But nevertheless, this did happen. And I want to talk to you about this image. What in the living F is going on here? And you see the podium? I'm going to show you where all this is coming from. First of all, what the hell is this? And what kind of land masses are they predicting here? Just cartoonish looking land mass. What in the hell are you three doing? Placing your hands on a crystal ball? What the hell is this? It's just creepy. I remember when this was live, I saw it. Pedro V put it on his channel. So while we're talking about that, and while we're talking about the fake Simpsons shit going on, and like I said, I got some other images up here. I'll tell you what those are in another video. But when I saw that image, it reminded me of something. In case you don't know, Israel is not the capital of where these people are, these Khazarians that run the place. That's a battleground they're going to smoke. The only reason they are even there is to keep up their fake, fraudulent impostorship that they're on. Where they're really located is here, and I'm going to run you through a little slideshow, so you need to know this. Now, Sasha Cohen's Borat likes to show Kazakhstan as being the poorest place on earth. This is Astana. This is their capital. You want to tell me this is poverty? Let's take a good look. Now, if this place isn't dripping with Masonic, Jewish, I don't know, whatever, Jachim and Boab, no, not at all. Temple of the Sun, nothing there. Now, this building here in the foreground is one of the largest buildings of its kind, arena or something they boast about. Of course, nothing to see here, nothing Masonic or anything. No, not at all. Not here. These two buildings, I'll tell you about those sometime. Again, Hakeem and Boaz. This is the lobby or the entrance, I believe, to the presidential palace where he resides. This chandelier costs more than I'll make in my lifetime. No sacred geometry here. No, nothing's nope. Oh, typical meeting room. My boardroom looks just like that. Exactly. Yep. Mine's not quite as opulent. I don't have the doves. Oh, what kind of business takes place here? Another picture. And if you don't know about this building is called, I believe, the Temple of the Sun. In here, you have what is called God's Hand. And you can go there as a tourist, up the little ladder right here, and you can place your hand in God's hand. Isn't that special? Why is it a triangle? And what the hell is this thing over here? Well, let's take a little look at it. These depict the different worldly religions, and I'm not sure who signed off on them, but there's something in here that says, may something to blessed of the Lord, which is ball. But here's our fake globe shit. I'm not sure what continents again and land masses they're depicting, but here you go. And a little bit more of a close-up of it here. Yeah, the Lord be blessed or something. I'm not sure what it says. What the hell is this down here? Looks like that map I showed you, didn't it? Yes, it does. Yep, the one they said that total bullshit. Well, why would they be making this big landmass down here? I'll be damned. Is that where Kobe's at? Again, here's the hand of God up here. So here, yep, you go up the staircase, do your thing. Another one of the buildings there. And again, nothing symbolic here, or here, or here's the Capitol building. Here's his president. Talk about a creepy looking character. Ugh. These guys are damn right scary looking, aren't they? Don't they look like just two loving fellas? And what nationality are these people? It's kind of Asian, but bigger in stature. I'm not sure. Oh, one more, sorry. Well, somebody beat the shit out of him. Look at his face. The camel. You just want to take a quick second and soak this one up real quick here. Again, no sacred geometry. Not at all. Not the two wings, not the pyramid with a certain number of triangles here, not the Capitol building, not the Temple of the Sun, not the Ahim and Boaz, not the two bridges. No, nothing here. Again, this is some massive ass construction. Is that a Christmas tree they're putting up? What the fuck? Again, and these images are real small. I'm sorry, this is Google Earth. There's a little point to where this place is, a little like peninsula. This is in the ground there, and evidently it's been there for a long time. Now, right up front of it here, it doesn't show it. They have a thing called the Death of America. It's a park that supposedly shows Central Park in New York, and it's called the Death of America. They're quite proud of it. I couldn't pull an image of it, but I know it's there. Again, oh, isn't that romantic looking? Look at the sky. So majestic. Oh, there's a young girl putting her hand in there. Isn't that special? Hope you remember that day. Again, some of the sacred geometry. There's their table. The leaders. And like I said, nothing to see. Their music hall. They got some wonderful tunes over there. And yeah, like I said, these images are just going to be very small. I couldn't pull them up any larger. I'm sorry. Very amazing building. Whole story going on in here. I mean, look at the inlaid marble and granite work in this rotunda. It's beautiful in there. And, well, we'll do that some other time. If you don't know about this, that's for another time as well. I'll probably get into this. We go over the human host body. Also that one and that one. Okay. I'm going to back out of this and let's just, what am I getting at why am I showing all this stuff here? What I'm getting at is this. Where in the hell is all the money coming for all this stuff? This is the new Masonic New World Order capital over here. This is Estonia. Look, I'll pop back in. And I showed you the other night photographs of over in Dubai and what they're building. And again, they're putting these in China looks like this. South Korea looks like this. And we're over here building Walmarts and Dollar General stores. We've got fires in California being lit by directed energy weapons, that people are being. I saw a woman today, or a fellow today, who lost everything in the fire. They're losing everything. They're cooking them out. They're being attacked. There's no difference than the firebombing at Hiroshima. I mean, they're white. They're being bombed. This is no different than B-2s flying over, dropping the bombs out and blowing the houses up like they did in Germany. They're not using. They're using these little lightning gun things, lasers, and they're burning the houses down. We're being attacked right now. We got man-made hurricanes whipping through New Orleans and down there. And those people are they didn't have shit to start with. I mean, really? We got a whole freight train of hurricanes off the coast of Florida, and now they're announcing the darkest winter ever. And that's a heads up that you're not going to have any power. You got all that shit going down. You got Australia right now under lockdown. They've just taken out half of the ATMs in the country and a third of the banks and said, you're going cashless, boys. Because they can't fight back for themselves down there. You got the mark of the beast, the stinger from the Scorpion King and his little stinger, and coming in the form of an injection of a VC that's going to wipe you out and turn you into a new creature with a new strain of DNA. And you got 5G that's going to cook everything. It's going to turn you into a robot. Mark of the beast, and you just had our president sign a peace treaty. Holy shit. I never thought I would see Daniel, the prophecy in Daniel 9 come true. I've 20 years been waiting for that. And then handing the keys to that represents us. That's our house. And giving the key to you know who. Are you pissed? Because I am. I'm going to end it there tonight. I don't like doing videos like this. I always like to I present a problem when I could present a solution. I won't tell you that I don't have one right now, but I'm going to tell you something else that's important. You better be careful of this. I'm not going to say it. It's on my computer. If you can read that, I want you to read it and store it. Be very careful. Be very careful, members of your own household right now. I'll tell you maybe in a few videos down the road, but be very careful. Solution to this? Put on your armor. Be prepared. Because the silver lining in it is you know what's at hand. You know what's getting ready to take place. We're Israel. We're the little remnant that's left. The tiny little remnant. Gather up who you need to. If you've got somebody, I'll say it again, that's dear to your heart, God, Father will answer that. That's what you're here for. Don't forget that. That's what you're here for. He's put you here and given you a heart for certain people. If you have the heart for them, give them to them, intercede for them. Gather up our families. You know what I mean? Our families. I'm talking to my family right now. And get ready. We're not talking years anymore. We're talking inside months now, which is going to become days. Can you believe it? Go back to the beginning of the year. If you would ask me, would we see this? I'd probably said, maybe not in my lifetime. Too many things got to take place. They got way too much to do. Ask me that 3 months after that. Ask me that right now. We were put here in this place in this time for a reason. There is sovereign ground for us. that's been provided, I wouldn't have it in my spirit if it wasn't true. Find out where that sovereign ground is and make sure you're standing on it. So, human host body system is coming up, and that's going to be a very important component. Anyway, I just had to get this out tonight. I would love your comments. What do you think about this? What do you think about that, what just took place? That signing of that peace treaty. And that. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video.